Quite some time ago, people asked me who is the woman in the beginning of the anime that never appears in the series. People also asked me who are the other trainers in Pallet Town. I referenced this in my 6 Pokemon limit video at the end of it, but never finished that theory. So the question is, who were the other trainers in Pallet Town with Ash and Gary? And who is the woman in the intro of the anime that never appears? Well, today I will attempt to solve both of these questions and connect them in a manner that could be the answer that we've all been waiting for. But if today's theory isn't interesting enough for you, stay subscribed for future theories like, is the ballistic fist in Fallout real? Today's theory is based upon the other 2 trainers that left Pallet Town with Ash and who they were. In episode 67, Showdown at the Poke Corral, Oak refers to the other 2 trainers, stating that they couldn't cut it due to their lack of skill, while Ash and Gary were the only ones to make it as far as they had.
Ash, 4 Pokemon trainers left Pallet Town on their Pokemon journeys.
Oh, what happened to the other 2?
They both got off to an excellent start, but they just didn't have the skill.
So, let's take it back to the beginning of the anime. Let me begin by telling you,
I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was.
wait, actually, let me just show you. Whoa, pause that video. Now hang on just 1 second. Who was that woman? I have seen every episode of Pokemon's Kanto, Orange Islands, and Johto League, and I've never seen that woman. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the mystery woman. There is a staggering 44 unique female characters in the Pokemon series as a whole, and yet this mystery woman never appears anywhere else other than this intro. This leads me to believe this was a cut character. We will return to this woman in a bit, but let's talk about another trainer, Damien. Damien was a terrible trainer that abandoned his Charmander, and in the episode Charmander, the Stray Pokemon, Damien is portrayed as a villain who broke the 6 Pokemon limit rule. While it is not proven and confirmed, it is my assumption that Damien was the 3rd trainer who lived in Pallet Town and selected Charmander as his starter. The proof for this is that Charmander was very weak, but it could still battle. In the battle with the samurai, Ash was told by the samurai that 3 trainers battled him.
Matches, each more challenging than the last. Those trainers really knew how to raise Pokemon. Even though I was defeated all 3 times, I was inspired to redouble my own training.
And it was depicted that they all had starter Pokemon from Pallet. Charmander was one of those Pokemon, and encountering it on the same route as Ash was coincidental. Damien hated rules, and he was willing to battle with all his Pokemon just to get his revenge. It isn't impossible to think that he just threw away his Pokedex in favor of doing what he wanted instead. So if Damien was the 3rd, then who was the 2nd trainer? Well, since Gary was Oak's grandson, we can assume he was early, and we know he chose Squirtle. Gary would be 1st with Squirtle, Damien would be 3rd with Charmander, Ash would be 4th with Pikachu. It is my belief that the 2nd trainer was the woman in the intro. I have no solid evidence, but it's stated that the other 2 trainers did give up. Not only that, but both Bulbasaur and Charmander are abandoned and alone, whereas Ash's Squirtle was in a group, making it more believable that Ash's Bulbasaur was the girl's starter Pokemon from Pallet Town. Taking into account that it only knew basic moves like Tackle and Vine Whip, it also shows that it was quite a low level as well. It is never openly identified who the other 2 trainers are, and I am unsure why this is, but from what we know, they made it through Viridian Forest, beat Brock, and bested the Cerulean gym leaders as stated by those gym leaders. Assuming what Lieutenant Surge stated,
I call everybody who loses to me baby.
it can easily be assumed that they were defeated so badly there that the other 2 trainers just gave up. Somewhere in between Lieutenant Surge and Cerulean Cities, both of the trainers had given up. Damien probably was beaten by Lieutenant Surge and gave up then, while the mystery woman gave up a bit sooner, as the Bulbasaur appeared in Hidden Village but was not owned by the woman that was there taking care of those Pokemon. And as we all know, there are no wild Bulbasaurs indigenous to that area in the anime. Both Charmander and Bulbasaur had to be officially released by their trainers in order for Ash to even capture them with a Pokeball.
But Frodo, there is no real evidence here. But Frodo, how do you know all this? But Frodo, are you a wizard?
Comment section, I did state that there is no 100% confirmation of who this mystery woman was, and I assure you, yes, I am in fact a wizard. I'm a wizard at finding small pieces of information tying to what I need. For example, out of the 700 plus episodes, Oak's 1 cent sentence referencing the other trainers only happens one time. Let's finish up on the game. In the original Red and Blue as well as Yellow version of Pokemon, a trainer's guidebook comes with the games. On the back of the book, at the end, there is a picture of a woman with a Squirtle, and I have found another picture where she has a Blastoise as well. The picture is supposed to reflect the manga, I suppose, as Red has Bulbasaur and Blue or Green has Charmander, depending on your interpretation. This is really confusing based on the names and pre-selected Pokemon, and the different canons and universes, but that woman in the games never showed up. Again, this is attributed to the limit of memory, so it's no surprise that there was no third trainer class selectable. However, it does link the possibility of both the Mystery Woman and the cut trainer class being one in the same, and that is why the Mystery Woman was cut as well. This was more likely done to prevent any kind of confusion among children, and it was done so early that not even a single episode, not even the pilot episode, features her once. So, to summarize the theory, the Mystery Woman in the beginning is the cut trainer class, and one of the two trainers from Pallet Town that gave up along with Damien. Both Damien and the Mystery Woman released their starter Pokemon, which is why Ash was able to capture them. Both trainers made it to the second gym, but gave up soon after. Makes sense to me. But what about you, comment section? Let me know down below by clicking the like button and leaving a comment. As for me, I need to go find some beta information for my next theory. Thanks for watching, and I've been your host, Protomario, and I'm signing out. Good gaming, and God bless. Thanks for watching my video and making it to the end. If you want to see my theories a day early, make sure to head over to my Patreon, where donators get a day early viewing of my newest theories. And follow me over on Twitter to see my updates about certain videos and access to some cool unlisted hidden content as well. If you don't have Twitter, I am on Tumblr too, so be sure to check out my videos on your preferred social networks or subscribe here on good old YouTube. I've been on YouTube for a while now, and I don't plan on going anywhere soon, so I hope you keep supporting me by liking the video and sharing it where you can on Facebook or Twitter or other forums as well. Thank you again for taking a bit of time out to support me, and I hope to see you here next time on Pokemon Theory. Please note that in all my videos, if I use images from Google, that I do not own any of those images, and all images obtained from Google are owned by their respective owners and copyrights. So please remember this when watching my Pokemon theories. Thanks.